Hi Andre, this is Lee from Otters SEO. Just thought I'd shoot you a quick video to show you 3 main tips and tricks that you can use to improve your online presence and to attract more customers. These tips are completely free, no strings attached. I just appreciate a line of feedback at the end to see if it was helpful or not. So firstly, let's take a look at your page, right, at your website. What I see at the moment, it's a very nice looking website. You've got some very nice pictures going on, and I think that's a great job. The one thing to note at the moment is the content on your website, right? So just as a reference, Google normally looks at between 1,500 and 2,000 words that they need on your homepage. And basically the reason for that is when Google goes out and tries to index various websites, they need a lot of content to make sure that they can index the number of keywords that your website is targeting for. And if your website doesn't have 1,500 to 2,000 words, it can't really do that, and then normally your ranking on Google will be quite low. So one thing to note is just to see if we can increase the content, targeting the specific keywords to about 1,500 words at the minimum. Other than that, it looks very good. Look at one of your big competitors at the moment, Cape Town Waterproofing. They're sitting at number 1 on Google, and you will see that they really sit with the same kind of problem, right? Also very little content, so very beatable. So if you do increase your content, you have a big chance of actually beating out your competition with the content. When we go to the Google search results and we type in waterproofing Cape Town, what you'll see is the first section coming up is really around your Google ads. So when you type in something, this is what Google sees as being relevant ads to what you've typed in. And this is paid for, right? So I think it's very good for short term, but not really for long term, as you pay for every click that happens here. The second part that comes up is what they call the Google Map listing. And this is very nice because it's very visible. If you can get into these top 3 spots, immediately people can find your contact number and also go to your website, and also even find directions to your office. I see that you're not currently on the top 3. So basically, how would you get on here? That's probably the question. Google looks at what they call citations. And all the citation is really a combination of your name, your contact number, your website address, and also your physical address. So basically the more citations you can get, so basically getting other websites or directories to list your company details, the more you have of that, the better you would do. And of course, if you have a lot of good reviews on Google, then that will boost your listing as well. So I would say if you have anywhere between 150 and 250 citations listed by other directories, then you should easily come in the top 3 and be found by your customers. Now, the next part that we see here is what we call the organic listings. And as you see, this is your main competition that I looked at, and they're sitting at number 1. So very interesting statistics of why this is very important is about 30% of people, when they Google waterproofing Cape Town, 30% will click on the first link. About 15 to 18% on the second link, 10% on the third link. So less than 9% of people actually go past the first page to the second page or beyond. So extremely important to be found actually on the first page of Google so that you can get that amount of traffic to your website. Now the question is, how do you get to this first page of Google, right? So what we do is we use a tool called Ahrefs, and it allows us to put in a website like your website over here, and it gives us the statistics that Google looks at basically to rank your website. So at the moment, what we can see is there's not a lot of data available for your website, right? So your UR and DR, that's normally your trust rating and your strength index. So sitting at 0 at the moment, so Google hasn't really found your website and doesn't trust or rate your website at the moment. It's also not finding any backlinks, and all that a backlink is where you have a different website giving a shout out to your website. So there's a different website like Facebook or some kind of blog that says that waterproofing in Cape Town, please take a look at this link, and that shouts out basically to your website. Typically, the more backlinks you have, and also the quality of the backlinks, the higher Google will rank you. And the referring domains is around the number of websites that are actually linking back to your website. Organic keywords, that's sitting at 0 at the moment, and this means that Google is not going to actually rank you anywhere on its Google pages. So when we're typing in Cape Town waterproofing, like we did earlier, that's the type of keyword, a buyer intent keyword that we want, and we want your website to actually rank for that keyword. And that will, of course, relate to the number of organic traffic that you get in. So you're not really getting any customers at the moment to your website from Google. So your website, even though it looks good, it's not really doing that much for you right now. And it'll be really great to change that, right? So we can actually draw in that traffic. So if we look at that competitor of yours and see what they are doing, so you'll see that they have a trust rating of 15 and a strength rating of 3.7. So actually very beatable. So if you want to change your website to improve those ratings, you can easily beat out these kind of results. They have 116 backlinks, so there's 116 different links coming back to their website from 26 different websites in essence, right? Now, they have about 372 traffic every month, so 372 people that are searching are actually landing on their website, so not too bad. So this is traffic that your competition is getting, but you're not getting, right? Potential leads. So let's take a look at some of the keywords that they're targeting as an example. Let's filter on South Africa. So what you see, there's the keyword, right? Waterproofing Cape Town that we talked about. So the volume is saying there's 600 people every month searching for this keyword. 600. So this is what your competitor is getting and you aren't getting, right? So really something we would like to target. You'll see here, like there's roof waterproofing as well, another 50 people, etc., etc. So really some nice volume, some nice traffic that people are searching every month for those specific buyer intent keywords. That would be great if your website could actually be drawing that kind of traffic. So just to summarize, 3 things. Number 1 is the content on your website, right? If you can get it to 1,500 to 2,000 words, that'll be fantastic, and then Google can start ranking you. If you can get onto the Google Map listing in those top 3 spots by increasing the number of citations, then you'll also be found nice and easy. And then third is if you can increase your backlinks with referring domains for those specific keywords, then Google will also, of course, rank you much higher in the Google rankings and get into that top 3 positions for organic listings. So all this is free information. You can by all means go out and do it yourself, and I wish you all the best. But if you think that you want to have a discussion with me to see how you can achieve this, or potentially how we can help you do this for you, please reach out and let's have a discussion, of course free of charge, no strings attached, and let's see how we can actually grow your business and attract more customers. Chat to you soon, hopefully. Cheers.